On this edition of Kababayan Today, Deedee Magno Hall and husband Clifton Hall with their children for Mommy Mondays. That's all next on Kababayan Today.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si G. Tonji and welcome! February na, it's our love month. And joining us today is a very special couple whose love story began on the stage production of one of the most acclaimed musicals of all time, Miss Saigon. Kilalanin natin sila, starting off with the actress and one of the four mama bears. She has been on the stage for Wicked, for Miss Saigon, and several others, and she started her career very early on. Kilalanin natin si Deedee Magno Hall. Hello, Deedee!
Hello, G.
Thank you and welcome back to Kababayan Today.
Thank you very much for having me.
I know you were here before the transition happened and I stepped in, so I saw you and I got to see your introductory remarks for me. Thank you so much for welcoming me.
Of course, you're wonderful in the show.
Thank you. Well, as we know, it's February and I couldn't think of a more appropriate love story than yours. But let's start at the very beginning. Alam natin na Pilipina ka. So, taga saan ang mga magulang mo? Where are your parents from?
I appreciate the Taglish.
Uh-huh.
My mom is from Manila. My dad is from Baguio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, have you visited Baguio and the Philippines?
I have a long time ago. My parents, actually it was before I joined Miss Saigon. I auditioned for the show. They had offered me the Toronto company understudy to the show, but we had already made plans to go to the Philippines. So I turned down my first job opportunity to join Miss Saigon.
To go to
the Philippines with my family. It was a tough decision to make, but we had already bought all the tickets and made all of the arrangements. We had planned for years before, so I felt like I couldn't do that to my family. So we went and we had a wonderful time. I got to bond with my cousins there. We went to Baguio and spent some time in Calibo-Aklan, where my mom actually grew up, and then she grew up in, she later then moved to Manila. But it was a wonderful time, and I don't speak fluent Tagalog, but I was picking up things here and there, and it was a great experience.
Well, even if you don't speak Tagalog, I know you're a proud Filipino-American, and the Filipino community looks up to you because of all the accomplishments that you've done in your very acclaimed career. We're very proud.
Wow, thank you. I feel so blessed.
Okay, so let's start from that first opportunity to be on stage. When did it happen?
Well, I grew up in San Diego, so my dad was in the military. We moved around quite a bit. Grew up in San Diego, but I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. And in San Diego, I grew up singing in Filipino pancit parties, you know, all of
That's funny, Filipino pancit parties.
Of course, you know, that was a big deal. My parents had always encouraged me strongly to sing, because I knew that I wanted to sing. They knew that I liked to sing.
Okay, are they the parents? I have to admit, I'm sort of like that. Go, sing, come on! You know, what was it like that?
Yes,
Because a lot of Filipino parents are like that at the pancit parties, like, oh, you go na, you sing
There's
for
a karaoke
everyone.
machine. Go. Auntie wants you to sing Tagalog. Sing Tagalog. Yeah. So I got that growing up, and I think at the time I didn't really appreciate that was sort of my practice.
Yes,
singing
your
in front
encouragement.
My encouragement, singing in front of a crowd, and getting used to singing in front of people. It was still nerve-wracking and a little bit annoying at times if I wanted to continue playing with my friends, but they nudged me to perform, and I think, you know, in retrospect, I'm appreciative of that practice time. So.
Okay, so talk to us about becoming a Mouseketeer. Your playmates when you were younger, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake.
It's so funny because I was part of the original company, and they came in, you know, Justin and Christina and Brittany had come in a little bit later. So at that time, I was a little bit older, and they were, I want to say, 11 years old. I remember them as being very small and so super talented. This cast is, all of the kids there have just been, I don't know where they all came from, but such a hugely talented group of kids. And then to see them succeed in the way that they did. Ryan Gosling was also part of that company, and Kerry Russell, Tony Luca.
Yeah, so at a very young age, because you were thrust sort of in the limelight to perform, I'm sure it just helped you to where you are now, because that discipline at a young age, I guess, is very important to follow a career in stage, because as we know, you have to have immense discipline.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were surrounded by all of that, and every day there was a set schedule where we had school in the morning. We had either rehearsal or taping the show, learning music, choreography, learning to know where our marks were, blocking, and all of those things that come into play in the industry that I love so much. So
that's right, and this industry that you love so much also is where you met your love.
That's true.
Yes, I'm so excited you're here, not just alone, but with your husband.
My whole clan.
Yes, and the children. They are all here for a very special February love show. Yes, they are here. The Magno Halls. Don't go away. We'll be right back, and we'll get to find out about her beautiful love story here on Kababayan Today.